Good morning. Welcome to class 9th. Today in English, we are going to learn poem 3, Rain on the Roof from your book Beehive. Korsky is the poet of this poem. Korsky was born in 1826 near Penn, New York. He became a journalist and worked on papers in Cincinnati, Ohio, Xenia, and Springfield, Illinois. He wrote poetry and his verses were collected in Keokuk and other poems, Cincinnati, 1855, and Lyrics of the Ideal and the Real, 1888. Of his verses, The Rain on the Roof, which was set to music, was the most popular. He died in Ohio in 1904. Introduction. When the sky is covered with dark clouds and it starts raining, have you ever listened to the patter of soft rain on the roof? That is the sound of the rain. It is really joyful to have rain. What thoughts flashed through your mind as you heard this melody of nature? The first thing that most of the children or most of the people like is the sweet smell of soil. If it is the first rain, there will be sweet smell of soil. Read the poem to find out what the poet dreamed of while listening to the rain. Now let us see what Kit Sconey was thinking about when it was raining outside. Summary. In this poem, the poet tries to describe how he feels on a rainy day. The poet states that whenever it rains, he starts to recall all his past memories. While lying on his bed in the cottage, he listens to the pitter-patter sound of the rain. As he listens to the sound of the rain, he starts to remember his old days when he was a little boy. Further, he remembers her mother, who is not with him now, but her memories will always be with him. In addition, he remembers how her mother takes care of him during the rainy days so that he might not catch a cold. While listening to the sound of the rain, he remembers all the sweet memories of his past. Here are some pictures of rain. And the first picture is a funny one. A man and a woman are on the bed and they are trying to collect the raindrops falling from the leakage of the roof in a bucket. Other two pictures are of rain. Raindrops shining like pearls on the grass. This is one of the glimpses of the poem. You can see a baby in his mother's lap. Now in memory comes my mother as she used it years ago to regard the darling dreamers as she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I listen to this refrain which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. Now let's have a look at the poem. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres. Humid means moist, wet. Shadows are dark clouds. So when the wet dark clouds which are full of rainwater hover, that means fly over your head. The beginning of the rain is always with the dark cloud. Even in the daytime you will have darkness around because of the dark clouds there. So they are floating around or floating over your head, over all the starry spheres. Starry spheres refers to the starry sky. And the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. Melancholy is sad. Whenever there is darkness, you don't feel comfortable. It is something that refers to uneasiness, sorrow or sadness. So this darkness which was due to the dark clouds during rain is very melancholy, sad, sorrowful. It weeps gently. Here the poetic device of personification is used. Personification is when you try to treat a non-living thing as a living thing. Generally, a human being weeps or cries, but here the dark clouds are referred to as crying or weeping. This is a personification. What a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed. So just now when it is raining outside, the poet is lying in his bedroom and is pressing a pillow, and it is kind of blessing. You are at comfort, you are peaceful, you are lying down and listening to the rain outside. And lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. The rain that is outside, it's raining and he is listening to the pitter patter of the sound. The explanation. Second stanza. Every tinkle on the shingles. Tinkle is the sound of the raindrop. Shingle is a floor that is full of tile. That is tiled floor. So when raindrops fall on the tiles of a floor, it makes a certain sound, which is tinkling sound, just like a bell sound. Whenever a sound is referred to, whatever sound it is, this poetic device is called onomatopoeia. So the poetic device used in this line is onomatopoeia. There is a tinkling sound because of the raindrops falling on the tiles of the floor. As an echo in the heart, these raindrops create a kind of echo in his heart. That means he is able to recreate this sound in his mind. And 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, and 1,000 recollections weave their threads into woof. The rain outside has created a kind of wave of memories in his mind. He has got thousands of memories at a time. Memories of few months back, memories of last year, memories of few years back. As I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof, now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone. Here an archaic word is used, agone. Agone means ago. This is old English word. In some of the poems and in some of the literary works, you will find some old English word which are also called archaic words, like thy. Thy means your, thou, you. So these are some of the archaic words. Agone is also an archaic word. Because of the rain, the poet is reminded of his mother. He has got the memory of his mother. To regard the darling dreamers, it was her mother's habit, you may say, that if it is raining outside and the children are sleeping, she would be admiring these children who are sleeping and who are dreaming. So darling dreamers are actually the children of the mother. Here one more poetic device is used, darling dreamers. Two words are used and both of the words are starting with the same sound, D. D for darling, D for dreamer. So here in this line, alliteration is used. Alliteration is the poetic device when the same sound is used in the beginning of two or more than two words. So darling dreamers is actually alliteration. As she left them till the dawn. Here is also kind of deep layer meaning. Maybe it was raining in the night, so throughout the night she kept looking for the children so they would not catch the cold till the dawn. Dawn is the early morning. Till early morning she tried to look after the children so they would not catch cold. And you can also say that till the dawn means till there was death. She might have died, and so till her death was there, she used to look after the children. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I listen to this refrain. Refrain means something that is occurring again and again. A line that is repeated in the poem is called refrain. But for him, the refrain is rain. Rain that comes every year. So this rain sound or the rain that comes every year reminds him of his mother, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. So when the raindrops fall on the tile, it makes a tinkling sound, which also reminds him of his mother. That's all for the poem. Here are some more poem on rain. Soft pitter patter of raindrops, as if tiny feet thumping on rooftops, invites me drumming on window pane. Patricot tugs my senses and pulls me in drizzle for kiddish dances. Wake up the child in me, the infant rain. Another poem. Rain on the rooftops, rain on the trees, rain on the green grass, but not on me, because I am covered by an umbrella. Word meanings. Humid, something which is full of moisture. Shadows refers to the moisture-laden clouds which cast a shadow on the earth, that is rainy clouds. Hover means move around something. Melancholy, sad. Bliss means happiness, blessing. Patter, sound of raindrops. Cottage chamber means the bedroom. Tinkle means short, light, ringing sound. Shingles, rectangular wooden tiles used on roofs. Echo, repeated sound. Woof, weft, the thread woven across the loom. Patter, sound of raindrops. Busy being refers to human beings, and here the poet is referring to himself. Air, old poetic word for before. Don't, daybreak. List, old poetic word for listen. Refrain, a repeated part of a song or a poem. Hear the sound of the rain. Some of the synonyms. Humid means wet or moist. Soft, tender. Tinkle, sound. Fancies, imaginations. Recollection, memory. Start, memory. Hover, hang. Antonyms. Humid, dry. Soft, hard. Start and dawn, dusk. Melancholy, happy. Whip, laugh. Noun forms. Humid, humidity. Soft, softness. Fond, fondness. Gently, gentleness. Questions. What do the following phrases mean to you? Discuss in class. Humid shadows, starry spheres, what a bliss. Humid shadows are the dark clouds that are hovering around. Starry spheres is the sky full of stars. What a bliss means blessing of rain. A thousand of dreamy fancies into busy being sad means a lot of memories coming back. A thousand recollections with their air threads into woof. Thousands of memories that come into your mind when you see something. Here are the answers. Question 2. What does the poet like to do when it rains? When it rains, the poet likes to lay in bed and hear the rain falling on the roof of his room. What is the single major memory that comes to the poet? Who are the darling dreamers he refers to? The poet has memories of his beloved mother. When he was a child, she would put him and his siblings to bed and allowed them to sleep till late. They had sweet dreams in their sleep. Darling dreamers refers to the poet and his siblings when they were children and had sweet dreams. They were loved by their mother and so was her darlings. Is the poet now a child? Is his mother still alive? No, now the poet is not a child and he is an adult. His mother is not alive anymore. Assignment: write down the summary of the poem, collect pictures of rain, write a paragraph on a rainy day. Thank you, and that's all for today. And have a nice day.